Good morning. The year was 163 AD, and I found myself confronted with a crisis that threatened the delicate balance of Rome's societal fabric. The city, usually resonating with the harmonious murmur of daily life, was now stirred by the clamor of a religious uprising that challenged the very foundations of public order. It was a quiet morning in the imperial palace, with the soft light of dawn filtering through the windows of my study. The room, adorned with intricate mosaics and the scent of polished wood, seemed to be holding its breath. My advisors had gathered, their expressions grave as they relayed the troubling news. A sect of religious zealots, feeling marginalized and oppressed, had risen in defiance, causing unrest and disturbing the peace. I listened intently, feeling the weight of responsibility settle heavily on my shoulders. The uprising had not only disrupted daily life, but had also sparked fear and division among the populace. The city was tense, its usual rhythm disturbed by the dissonant notes of rebellion. I knew that my response needed to be both measured and respectful, for any heavy-handed approach could inflame the situation further, while a too lenient stance might embolden dissenters. I chose to consult with the religious leaders of the dissenting sect, seeking a path that honored their beliefs while preserving the stability of the empire. The meeting was set in the grand hall of the Temple of Jupiter, a space imbued with centuries of spiritual significance. The room was filled with the rich aroma of incense, and the soft glow of sacred lamps illuminated the faces of those who had come to discuss the matter. The religious leaders arrived, their attire reflecting the solemnity of their positions. They were met with the same respect and dignity I expected to receive in return. I offered them a seat at the marble table, where the faint echoes of our conversation would be gently carried by the cool draft. As we began to speak, I was struck by the earnestness in their voices, their desire for recognition and respect echoing through their words. Our discussions were detailed and deliberate. I listened to their grievances, understanding the profound impact of their beliefs on their lives and their community. It became evident that the conflict was not merely about power, but about deeply held convictions, and the need for a space where they could express their faith without fear. The key was to find a compromise that acknowledged their concerns while maintaining the empire's unity. I proposed a series of reforms that would allow greater religious freedoms within specific boundaries, ensuring that the core values of the empire remained intact. This compromise would not only address the immediate unrest, but also foster a more inclusive environment, where differing beliefs could coexist with mutual respect. The response from the religious leaders was cautiously optimistic. They recognized the sincerity of my offer and the genuine desire to reach a resolution that respected their faith. The agreement was not without its challenges, but it was a step towards harmony. As the sun set over the Temple of Jupiter, casting long shadows across the ancient stones, I felt a sense of relief. The path to stability was paved with dialogue and understanding, not conflict. Returning to the palace, the ambient hum of the city seemed to take on a more peaceful tone. The compromise had not only addressed the immediate crisis, but also reinforced the principle that leadership requires a delicate balance between honoring diverse beliefs and ensuring societal cohesion. For you, this means, when faced with conflicts involving deeply held beliefs or values, strive for a solution that respects all parties involved while upholding core principles. Today, I have a task for you. Reflect on a recent conflict or disagreement you faced. Take a moment to write down both your own perspective and the other party's viewpoint. Then, seek a middle ground that acknowledges both sides. Approach this with empathy and a commitment to understanding. Observe how finding a balanced resolution impacts the relationship and your own sense of peace. This exercise will help you cultivate understanding and harmony in your interactions, fostering both personal and relational growth. May your day be guided by the wisdom of balance and the strength of thoughtful resolution.